competition with you because I'm an Aries. And I will win, but I am the readiest.
You are? I was being a little sarcastic.
Welcome to Hot Dice Nerds. We're all very ready.
Yeah.
I would say that probably I'm the most ready.
I'm
ready.
Out of everyone.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
That sounds true. I would
say that. I would say me.
It sounds like you did. It sounds
Tom,
like you said it already.
Then EB, I guess. I don't know. I hadn't really thought it through.
I like it. No, I like being ranked. It feels good.
So, last time we were playing Weird Weird West, a TTRPG by Tom G. So say that 3 times fast.
What's up, it's your boy.
Oh God, please never do that again.
No, please always do that again.
That was like the whitest man ever doing that.
Like and subscribe, new rolls every Wednesday.
Hello, it is your boy.
Sorry, please go on.
Oh no, it's half the fun. We're a ragtag of weirdos with a range of magical skills and abilities. I'm playing Harry Bishop. He's a professional, sneaky assassin.
A professional cutthroat.
Professional
cutting throats.
He's got a holy symbol keychain he likes to use like a knuckle duster. Garrote that he killed his father with. So far, no one else did. Then we've got Lady Fascinator.
Hello.
Your gentry who's turning like your world got turned upside down, so now you're just doing work because you get to kill men and or demons.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm a fighter, and I'm a sharpshooter, and I'm out to get vengeance, in a way, kind of.
Against the world, vengeance against the universe.
Vengeance against the universe, but also looking good whilst doing it.
Aren't we all? And then we've got
vengeance against the universe and the menfolk.
Our most, probably I'd say our most milquetoast and normal member of the gang would be the Abbot, of course.
Mr. Mage, as I refer to him on my notes.
I'm the clergyman of the group, so really just the voice of reason.
So just a man in a grey suit, you have him round for cucumber sandwiches.
He's just a dude who arrives sometimes out of the blue, you could say.
So, one thing that I do, I have a magical orb that I discovered in a cave that allows me to teleport, but it doesn't allow me to control where I teleport. So that's fun. And I also, I just got a Gatling gun. So that's...
if I remember correctly, you gave it to me after realising that you should not have a Gatling gun.
That might actually, that actually.
in recent
you were dragging it, desperate to be like, Harry Bishop needs to see this, and then and then you're hearing the recap what happened, and then you were like, maybe you should hold on to this.
So, I'm laughing because all the while EB's saying all this about his character and his orb and everything, he's just rolling one up.
Oh, yeah. He fucks. This guy fucks.
Yeah.
I've got an orb. I'm a clergyman. I've got a gun recently.
So,
teleport from A to B, smoke him if you got him.
I have an incense sensor full of psychotropic substances. I have, what else do I have? I don't know. Oh, the ability to talk to dead people and animals. So that's fun. Mostly, I think that's it.
Yeah. So we're transporting a prisoner. His name was John Blonde. There's something wrong about him. Killed a lot of people, but there's a devil in him, and they had taken him down with the sheriff needed him down in Mexico, and we agreed for a hefty payment to help the sheriff take him down to Mexico. We brought along with us a woman named Mary, who had her husband killed by John Blonde, and she's got
a verified badass.
She's a verified badass, and she's with us on this quest. As we made our way down, we've discovered that John Blonde is not an average man. He appears to be able to take his consciousness and put it in other people. He put it in a deputy, and we had to beat the crap out of him.
Glaze over that. Keep going.
Jumping from person to person. We've met other demony people as well. There appears to be some demon-style conspiracy going on. Is the main point. And last session, hopefully Tom can catch us up because.
Exactly like you say. So last session, you managed to bring John Blonde to the town of Fort Hope, wherein you were hoping to get a peaceful night's rest and some good grub and some shut-eye and a nice bottle of beer and a bottle of whiskey to share, and instead you accidentally uncovered an occult presence in the town. There are people here in Fort Hope who are summoning and then enslaving demons and using them for their own bidding, and you discovered this via the very direct, straightforward method of stealing a Gatling gun from their warehouse, teleporting to a jail cell where you had John Blonde, and the abbot proceeded to shoot everyone. Every person took a bullet at some point in or near them. You managed to kill all the bad guys, kill the demon that was there, but John Blonde's still alive and kicking, and now you've got some cultists dressed as cowboys walking around in snakeskin boots and 10-gallon hats, doing spells, summoning demons.
They've got a place. They've got a bar. They're underneath the bar. They've got a symbol on the door. That's where we got the Gatling gun. That's where the abbot teleported into their loft.
They've got a whole presence set up. They've got a warehouse full of guns.
Really well.
I found my notes. I found my notes from the end of it, and I've scribbled. This is obviously after a couple of ciders. Not chill officers shot.
They got shot.
Mary stomach and Sheriff chest.
Yeah,
but
so
we healed them.
We finished right with so the abbot did a strategic drive-by with a Gatling gun and left Mary bleeding out, but she healed herself in her stomach, and the sheriff got shot in the chest, and Mary patched him up, but he's still in a bad state. He's still got shot in the chest. So you are in the jailhouse of Fort Hope with the plan in tatters, and now there's a cult ganging up on you.
There's a woman who wandered in. I calmed her down and sat her in a seat.
Yeah, it's a woman that came in, like the most accidental random NPC lady who you like shushed and calmed down, who is now presumably watching all of this happen. This poor lady.
I took her statement and wrote down things that she told me, and then I'm giving her some of my my hip flask to like steady her nerves.
Yeah.
Turn round to the gang. Say, what do we want to do?
Yeah. So I guess you're in.
I wander further away from John Blonde so he can't hear us.
Yeah, the slippery fuck that he is. Yeah, so you're in the jailhouse of Fort Hope. There are many dead bodies around you. Fortunately, all of them are bad guys. But other than you three, Mary, the sheriff, the deputies who were with you, they're all in a bad state. They've all been shot and healed. They've still got the lead inside them. They're not in a great place. So, with this cult here, the immediate thing is, what are you going to say to these guys? They want John Blonde. I remember we finished right on this cliffhanger of the cult guys walking in. I think one of them was flirting with Lady Fascinator. There was like a wannabe charming lecherous man.
There's always one of those.
There's always one of those. Sometimes GMing is just putting up pins for the players to shoot.
I know.
And yeah, so like these guys want to take John Blonde off your hands. That's the current predicament that you're in right now. They've walked in with their leather dusters, but their runic rings and symbols on their hands, fully magicked up cowboys, saying to you quite politely, "We knew John Blonde was coming. You guys are clearly in over your heads. Let our organisation deal with him."
Who are you? Why do you think we're in over our heads? Do you not see this Gatling gun?
Yeah, like,
As you put
yeah,
your
the guy
hand on it, I
reiterates.
slap your hand on. Look, no.
Yeah, so like, yeah, so the leader of these cults. So yeah, so let's set the scene a little bit. So the leader of these cults is a tall Mexican fellow, a thin, gaunt-looking guy, conventionally handsome, but maybe a bit lecherous, with his hair slicked back. We're talking, a grimier Matthew McConaughey meets Gandalf as he walks in with his deputies behind him, dressed all in black, cool cowboy. The only thing missing is sunglasses, but with the obvious marks of he's wearing these huge signet rings that you can all immediately tell have runes on and magical properties and things. He's got an extremely fancy, well-buttoned shirt, and he's saying to you, "You don't need to know who we are. I can tell you in over your heads." And he gestures to the corpses in the room. My men have a how do you say, a history of experience dealing with things of that nature. And he uses the word thing very deliberately as he points at John Blonde, who is back in his cell, arms leaning up on the bars, just smiling and grinning and shit-eating grin bastard, watching the whole thing go down.
With one foot on the chest of the demon guy that I killed with a chair, I open up my silver pre-rolled cigarette packet and put one in my mouth and light a cigarette and light the end of it, just drop the match onto the kind of bowl where that man's face used to be.
The crater of his skull.
I'll be like, yeah, and just say I think the only people that I think if anything we've proved that we're well above our heads. Nothing's over our heads. We're doing just fine.
You can make me some kind of roll for that. Make me a what does that sound like? I think that sounds like a manipulate, maybe.
Yeah,
trying to
intimidate
convince him that you're not talking bullshit.
Barter and haggle, reason. Where is this?
On the common moves.
I see it. Manipulate.
I'm thinking manipulate. I think rolling
Cunning
2d6
or
plus your cunning or your smarts.
2d6. 3 and a 1 plus 2, so 6.
With a 6, I'm going to say, yeah, okay, he can see that you're not completely talking shit, right? Like you've clearly taken care of this situation, at least. But as a man of the dark arts himself, he's just worried about your safety, and he comes at you from an angle of this lady here, and he points to Mary. She's clearly a fellow practitioner, but she's full of bullet holes. Your sheriff, and he points over at Sheriff Bill, who's on the floor with his back up against the wall, holding his chest. That's he half thinks he's still bleeding. He's still going through the trauma of being shot, even though Mary's patched him up. As the guy says, as the occult Mexican says, it's not that I don't think you can handle yourself, but we can't have this spreading to the rest of Fort Hope. This is our town. I'm going to need some assurances from you. I assume you have a wider plan than bringing that creature to this town.
Well, here's the thing. We don't know you, so telling you our plan isn't what's going to happen until you tell us who you are. And frankly, we got a job to do, and you are obstructing our job.
Okay.
I catch one of the guys standing behind him, looking at Lady Fascinator, and I'm like, don't say anything. I'm just
yeah, and then I look at I look at Harry and I smile at him, and then he looks down and he sees I've already got my pistol pointing at this guy's crotch.
I just kind of chuckled to myself.
Yeah. I'm like,
let's maybe okay, he's like he sees you pointing the gun at his crotch and everything, and he, this sense that you are not to be fucked with, and you're certainly not going to be trusting these slimy bastards. He offers to take you to their headquarters. He's like, okay, if that's what it's going to take for you to trust us, we've got nothing to hide. And he offers to escort you back to their the headquarters that's located above the bar.
This is the MCD.
Yeah.
I drag the Gatling gun and a chair across the floor, across the floor, and put the chair and then the Gatling gun down, in front of his cage, in front of John Blonde's cage, and I sit myself down in the chair. All right, you go ahead. I'll stay here with our friend.
Yeah. If you need us, give a whistle.
Yeah, as you guys presumably step over the corpses to get out of the jailhouse,
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, I'm not gonna step over all of them. I'll probably step on some hands at least,
Implying that you trip over some of them instead.
Or even worse, pretending to trip over a bit.
Yeah, okay, cool. Okay, so let's so we get Lady Belfastinator and the Abbot have this, this montage of going through a Wild Western saloon, and there's all the patrons drinking inside the bar, and there's some women dancing, and there's some people playing cards in the corner, and you go upstairs into the rooms that you would either rent to sleep out for the night. It's like a bed and breakfast effectively. And then one of them is a fake door bookshelf situation where he knocks twice and then once and then 3 times, and it swings open, and we get the montage of you two following him up the stairs and getting a tour around this area that they've got further upstairs.
I've never been in this building. What an interesting building this is.
Yeah. You see, you absolutely walk past the crates where there's 2 guys scratching their heads, and he's like, I'm sure I nailed this one closed. Yeah, there's a foreman, we're missing one of the Gatling guns.
Yeah.
As you are walking through the building, so the pub, he's explaining, this guy goes, so my name is let's get a name for him. I've got a note somewhere. Scooble-Dooble. No, we're not playing that game. You're just shouting sounds.
The Justin Roiland school of naming.
Yeah. We'll go with Clint. I like Clint. He's so he's walking around. His name's Clint, and he's showing you around. And he says, downstairs is the Thirsty Book Saloon. Upstairs is Marshall, Carter, and Dark. We are arms merchants of a particular variety. And he goes on to explain that they manufacture weapons for the killing of supernatural things. They are a fringe organisation that build silver bullets to kill werewolves and the stakes that get vampires done, and they are the guys that build these things and sell them.
There is a wonderful Buffy the Vampire Slayer episode where she's fighting a demon that she's spending ages trying to get to, and in the lore books it says no weapon made of man can kill him, and Buffy comes to the theory that was written in 1300. We have RPGs, and that killed him. It wasn't even magical. It just was an RPG. She'd be like, oh, okay, so you can't be killed with a sword, but this will work.
Yeah. We are. This is the 1800s. Everything could be killed with a grenade for sure.
I want to know about their relationship to the demons, because that is my concern.
So he says like, Clint goes on to explain that Marshall Carter and Dark doesn't fuck with demons any higher than like, a certain tier of hell. They have these demons that they summon and then entrap, and they use them like a resource. Some of them they have just working, like you have to be a demon to be able to forge the certain kind of obsidian daggers that they make and that sort of thing. Like, it's too dangerous for a human to do. And then other demons, they're just what is the supernatural equivalent of mincing them up and putting them inside buckshot shells. They use demons as a resource. And he's like, I know it sounds bad. I know it sounds like we're doing demonology and
just a little bit like demon slavery is all.
It's like, yeah, it doesn't look great, but look, these things, he like goes to argue the point that demons aren't really sentient, and you're like, they definitely are. I invaded their minds. It was very sad.
Yeah.
It's like, no, demons don't have feelings. It's like, think of it as harvesting salt from a salt mine. Don't worry about it.
Okay. So, can I get a read on this guy? Can I tell if he's believing what he's saying?
Absolutely. I think maybe roll me a reason, and I'll tell you something useful about him or something like that. Yeah, roll me a 2d6 plus your smarts.
That's my smart. 3. Ooh, 7. I got a 7.
A 7, yeah, okay. Let's go with he seems to be telling the truth. You're getting an overall vibe of not necessarily trustworthy, but he's not about to kill you. He is legitimate. He's like a slimy businessman, a slimy salesman for a company that makes weapons that kill monsters. And he's maybe maybe he's holding some stuff back. He's not being completely level with you, but he's certainly not lying.
Okay.
He's maybe even I like the idea that they have subsidiary companies that manufacture bullets that have some certain, they contain little tiny splinters off the actual cross that Jesus was on, and they're really
you
good
make
for killing
those?
things.
Oh shit!
Yeah, and you guys reckon you're like, oh, well, we totally
you're
bought
the guys.
them.
Oh!
It's like, yeah, it's us.
Oh my god, no!
Oh my God,
I swear to God, I got
one of those. It was
Yeah, I got one of your bullets in my bag right here. That's silly.
Yeah. He's just like a slimy businessman for an unusual company.
So, what do you want with John Blonde?
So he goes, John Blonde is bad for business. John Blonde is a high-level demon coming right through. Dude, this is our distribution headquarters. We have scryers and magic users out there who keep an eye on the movements of supernatural things. You are walking a living, breathing nuclear warhead through our town. His presence will attract, at a minimum, his followers. Worst case scenario, other demons that we just don't want to have to handle, can't handle. It's just you're walking a radioactive time bomb through our town.
Well, I got good news for you. We're getting them out of town.
Is there any way that we're not handing him over to you?
No.
Oh, hang on, I'm American, aren't I? We're not handing him over to you.
Very nice. Cool and nice.
I'm pretty sure that maybe what you could if you're insisting that he's this dangerous person, that you would give us some extra security.
Are you not revealing as such, but you're confirming to him that we're not demon summoners, we're just moving him. We are contractors.
Yes, but we're very professional. And if you're insisting that you're doing this for the greater good, then maybe you should help us for the greater good. And either if you can't come with us, then just give us some weapons.
I like that very much. Yes. I like the idea. Yeah, like he maybe assumed that you guys were trying to harvest John Blonde in some way, and you're like,
Oh, okay.
oh no, we're just fucking.
Yeah.
We're going from there to there. We didn't know you were here, and he's like, oh, it's all a big misunderstanding, and he like maybe brings out some like a bottle of whiskey and shot glasses and things, and he's like, we're on the same side. This is all good. It's all good.
Well, yeah, I mean, I'll take your whiskey.
Oh.
Go ahead.
Yeah, I just want to kind of be like, call if he is lying to us about anything, like try and call his bluff a little bit, because it sounds like he's trying to make it like we're like protectors of everything, and that's fine if he is, because if he is, then he won't have any problem helping us.
Yeah, I mean, he has even I guess, you know, even without trying to read him, it's in his interests for John Blonde to be not in the town. Like, that much is certainly true. He's been completely level with you in terms of, you know, this is you're effectively in a mad scientist workshop, and we don't want that fucking living, breathing time bomb coming through our town. And so in the sense of like, yeah, it's you do have a shared common interest in getting John Blonde south of the border. He thought that you guys were harvesting in him, or demonologists, or, you know, something like that maybe.
Okay.
Now that we're having this conversation, I'm worried about Mexico's ability to keep John Blonde contained. Is there maybe a talisman we could imprison him in, or, you know, like a way to explode his spirit, or send him back to hell, or some shit?
Let's yeah, like he, you know, Clint and his scientists and alchemists have gear designed for containing demons. Of course they do. They don't necessarily want to give it to you.
I'll trade you a Gatling gun for it.
That'd be such a great reveal. Yeah, maybe let's yeah, you know what? This is the deal. He's like, okay, you can. He like maybe he goes to like over, you know, he goes to somewhere else in the workshop and comes back, and he brings back like a pair of handcuffs, and he says these will keep any demonic possession locked in the mortal form that it's in. If you put these on John, he won't be able to. The demon that's inside him won't be able to jump from person to person if you keep these on him.
What happens when the mortal form dies?
He says then the demon gets loose. These contain. They turn the body into a cage, into a Faraday cage. But once that Faraday cage loses power, the demon's free to escape. And that's like, maybe, yeah, I like that idea. Maybe that's the scales, right? Like if he's in the body, he can't get out. But if that body dies, he's then like not in a form. He is just pure demonic essence.
Huh.
And he says like these are your best bet. You put these on him. Whatever demon is inside that so-called John Blonde ain't getting out. But you've got to keep him alive.
Well, that's gonna be a challenge with his fucking attitude.
Yeah, I mean, you are smart enough to know that John Blonde can maybe, you know, he will certainly recognise that something's on him that's containing him. He could try and kill himself. There's nothing stopping him from bashing his own head in and releasing himself, something like that.
John Blonde didn't kill himself.
Yeah, maybe that. Maybe like, you know, you can have these, but get the fuck out of my town. Maybe that's the deal.
Okay.
And anything else? Is there anything else that you'd like to help us with?
I mean, nothing that he wants to. Are you put? What do you want to push for?
like a safe passage, if he knows like a good way for us to go that would be, or somewhere to avoid.
Okay, yeah.
Excellent.
He tells you maybe. Yeah, he tells you like, you know, just head straight south from here. You'll go. It's just pure dry bushland all the way south. You will go past like a rocky outcropping and some mountainous hilly terrain. That is like an old cemetery. Don't go near there. There's lots of ghost activity. Use that to your favour or not.
I can't see and got to leave.
Okay, yeah, maybe while this is all happening, let's cut to Harry Bishop, who is having, I assume, an extremely tense conversation with John Blonde in the jailhouse of Fort Hope.
I'm sat opposite him, and the way you're grinning at me, I get the impression that you almost want me to shoot you. But if I shoot you, all I'm doing is stopping the meat bag you're stuck in. But I reckon if I shot you in the shin, you'd still feel that, huh?
He has both a brief flash of realization of panic, and the facade drops like it does whenever you touch on something true. But then he completely ignores your question, and instead is just pure taunting, like, you know, I'm gonna kill you last. First I'm gonna kill him, and he points at the sheriff who's like wheezing out on the floor. Then I'm gonna kill her, and he points at Mary. Then I'm gonna kill your friends. Then I'm gonna kill you.
Well, if you're gonna kill me last, then I guess I got time. And I check that the other two are looking at him, and then I head on into the sheriff's office, the dead demon sheriff.
Yeah.
There was a different sheriff in there before, right? He got replaced.
Yeah. There's a several week old body, a desiccated body, and then the demon that you killed.
So, I'm going through the bookshelves, just like pulling off books to see if there's anything demony. Sheriff's bookshelves.
What's your goal? What are you hoping to find?
I'm thinking if a lawman lives in this town, right next to a place that manufactures demonic weapons, that he'll have seen a fair bit of the occult, and everyone's got a little bit of taste of it. So I was just looking to see if I can find something he'd ever written down that might ever be of use to us at this end of the world, in a town I've never been in, dealing with demons I've never seen.
Sure, yeah. Make me a reason roll. That's the perfect time for a reason roll, I feel. 2d6 plus your smarts. And you know what? I'll let you have advantage because you are in, an office full of books. You have a hot minute to try and suss it out.
Oh, wait, they're all sixes, 3 6s.
3 6s.
And then my smarts is 0.
Okay, amazing. Okay, with
Number
3
of the bishop.
6s. So first with 3 6s, I like the idea that you find something extra. You maybe find like you find like a revolver or something that's inscribed with lots of runes. It's some kind of supernatural hand cannon. Something like that. Yeah, there's like runes along the barrel, and then the handle that's usually wood is maybe like pressed ivory, and it's all different and special and looks all rustic and cool.
As I look at it, check it out, I like walk out of the office with it, and I'm like, it's like flip it around gonna circle it around my finger for a bit, and then spin it open and see like the bullets that are in there. Are they interesting bullets, or are they just regular bullets?
I'd say
they're branding on.
They are regular bullets, but the gun is irregular. The gun does something.
Alright, they're regular bullets, so I'll just spin it around in the revolver, flick it back, and then just like holster it on my side. So what are we calling this? Just some kind of arcane.
I'm gonna just
hang.
put arcane revolver. I want you to find out the result when you shoot someone with it. I think it'll be fun.
Arcane Revolver is a good band name too.
That's a great band name.
Sounds like a great TV series as well.
Yeah. All right, well, if we need to rename something, we
Yeah.
got
Yeah, this is retroactively the Arcane Revolver arc.
Yeah. The Arcane Revolver.
No, very, very weak. And then so you find some magic revolver, but then on your successful reason roll, you're having a read, and what is it? What is your what are you trying to find? What's your ideal? Just anything that helps, or is there some specific?
My absolute ideal would be to discover that there's like a known place down in Mexico that's like famed for being somewhere that you can take a demon to like send it back to hell. Like an old ancient place where people
you absolutely find a map that a 7-year-old coffee stain with their mum to look old. An old parchment, sheets of paper. You're rifling through sheets of paper, and it's mostly arrest records, and it's wanted posters, and it's admin work, until you find a map of the area. And you're looking at it, and you can see Blackwater, where you came from. You can see Fort Hope. You can see the border. You can see dotted towns here and there. And you're looking, and there's some of the towns have been circled with a pen marker, right? Like someone's made a note of these specifically. And you're like consulting other things. You put that to one side, and you're looking through it. As you come to realise that Fort Hope is circled, and then someone's written next to it guns or something. There's like a key and a legend, and you found a town down here in Mexico that is just labelled prison and then a pentagram.
Perfect.
And you're like, that's it. This is because more convincingly, you can see the town that Sheriff Bill wants to go to. He's like, this is you recognise the name. This is where we're taking John. Mm-hmm. But then just across the way is a different town that's labelled like Demon Prison on the map.
All right, I take that map and I fold it up tight and I put it in the inside breast pocket of my jacket.
I like the idea as well that maybe you find evidence that like the person that was impersonating the sheriff has been spending time learning to forge the signature and things like that, and like you found like notes. He's got notes of like wife, Sue, child.
List of human things.
Yeah. He's written like friends. Tim and
ask people how's the soup.
Yeah, that sort of stuff.
Just going up to people in the street being like, how is the soup?
Complain to the manager.
There's the evidence of that demon was there, and then the actual sheriff's notes of places of interest, places of supernatural interest.
What's the name of Demon Prison Town?
The name of the Demon Prison Town is let's call it El Paso. That's nice.
El Paso.
That's
no relation.
It's a town in Texas that I fly into to get to New Mexico. It's a lot easier than flying to New Mexico and driving for 6 hours.
I've got like a big list of like cowboy words. Because if my brain tries to come up with a town name off the top of my head, I'm like Buckinghamburg. Like I'm totally hardwired not right for doing westerns.
Yeah. It works really well being British for designing like areas and stuff, because I literally just think up what British villages are called, and then I name everything that.
Dude, I'm so good at randomly generating fantasy NPC names after years of like.
What you do is just list off Tories.
Yeah. Yeah, amazing. Yeah, okay. Yes, there's like a town. There's an alternate destination. Is the point? A place that you think, based on these notes at least, would be better suited for the acceptance of a level 3 demon trapped in a human form.
Would we still get paid?
Absolutely, yeah. I think that could be, I like the idea of let's doing that in like a post-credit scene.
Yeah.
So yes, okay, you're still in the jailhouse then, Mr. Bishop. You're twiddling your new revolver.
Sitting back down, just sat back opposite him. New revolver, map in my breast pocket. Back to what I was doing, just my unblinking stare.
Amazing, right. Let's do like a quick minor time skip then. So you three are in the jailhouse formulating the next part of the plan, right? You've got your revolver and your map, Mr. Bishop. Belfast, Senator, and the Abbot have got the word and the trust of Marshall Carter and Dark Arms Manufacturing Limited, as well as what can only be described as magic shackles.
It's coffin season, motherfuckers.
And yeah, it's now. Yeah, what's the plan then? So you've got remember you've got Mary with you. What do you want to have happened to the poor lady that came in just asking about the noise?
I would like to imagine that after an hour of me sat staring at John Blonde, that I heard her chair squeak and I realised that she was still here, and I turned her around. I'm like, "How are you feeling, ma'am?" And when she says she's all right, I'm like, "Well, thank you very much for coming in. I appreciate all of your help, and if we need anything else, we know where to find you."
Yeah.
You're such a smooth cowboy. That was ridiculous. And then you took your hat.
He has like the vocal equivalent of walking around with a clipboard. just
Yeah.
always like just speak slowly and smoothly and ignore the Gatling gun and the demon. Thank you for coming.
Yeah, but every time you say something, I just write it down, so I feel like you.
Yeah.
I'll stop it because that's all I do. Look at my notes.
Goodness.
Oh, goodness gracious.
They're amazing.
Yeah.
That's exactly what the map looks like that you just found. Just incoherent madness.
Yeah, it doesn't make any sense to me. I'm just literally writing down words.
I got player notes. I got kind of scribbles on bits of them, and then just sexy demon.
Here is this is an old bill from my doctor's office. Oh god. Too long. That's what I've been using for my notes, but also on the back of this, notes for a pedal I'm designing. It's just
amazing.
Yeah, I know. It's incredible.
Every artifact in your house serves 4 purposes.
Never mind. So it's this is I bought this desk, so it's like...
Yeah, one of them was a drawing of a desk. I don't remember a desk being involved in this campaign.
But
No. She just shaded it in because it's the instructions that came with furniture.
Yeah.
Yeah, amazing. Okay, so... yes, a quick time skip to nighttime. It's nighttime in the jailhouse.
The night time is the right time.
John Blonde's twiddling his thumbs and talking shit with a shit-eating grin.
We need to get them cuffs on him.
You do. So, first things first, Sheriff Bill is just completely lost his nerve. This guy's, I'm transporting a dangerous prisoner down south. Next thing I know, there's magic people turning up. There's a woman that's healing my wounds by putting her hands on me. Everyone got shot. My deputies are dead. This guy's ready to have a full-blown psychotic break. What are you wanting to do with Sheriff Bill?
You're asking all of us?
Yeah, I mean, as a general, is it you bringing it, even though he might be a loose cannon?
I want to send him back home and tell him that when we're done, we'll bring up a document to say he's been delivered to Mexico. Tell him where we're taking him. We're taking him to El Paso because they've got a better jail there. Tell them that we'll bring them.
Oh, did we decide that and I wasn't paying attention?
This
Take
could
them
feel like a bit
to
of
demon jail.
Yeah. I just wanted to make sure that Mexico, knew that we were. Do we have to take him to the first prison and then to the second prison?
No, we'll
Or
just
we
take
gonna-
him straight to El Paso.
Okay.
El Paso don't know you're coming, but they're the
No.
place labeled Demon Prison. on the
Demon
map.
prison. If we turn up, we're like demon prison because like this guy, then we're like, oh fuck yeah, get him in there. Yeah.
Okay.
So
All right. Well,
yeah, we tell him we're
y'all are
doing
the
that,
boss. I'm
and
just.
he should head home and stay alive so he can pay us, and we'll be back. We'll be back with a prisoner certificate.
Cheers.
I don't know, like, can
You
we
want to take
trust him?
panicked, wounded grandpa with us?
No, I don't. But I'm kind of like, what if this is like a trick all along? And we just told him where we're planning on taking him.
You,
I mean,
you think the
maybe.
guy that hired us is tricking us?
Look, I don't know. There could be a box within a box within a box here. I'm just.
Yeah, just
I'm
like
just-
Russian nesting dolls of
If I had
sheriffs
to,
and
if I had
demons
to
all the way
say
down.
something about Lady Fascinator and possibly every other character that gets spawned from the same human being, they don't trust men.
They're not a trusting person.
No.
Yeah.
It's
You're all
like-
devil dicks.
you roll a natural 20 and you hear this sentence like, he's the most honest person that's ever existed, and you're like, I still don't trust him.
Impossible. It's the final
Well,
unsolved
yeah.
Literally,
problem.
Jesus Christ. Oh, but he won't tell me what he was doing for those 3 days he wouldn't answer his phone.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
women love Jesus because he's hung like this.
Oh.
Oh dear.
Awful.
What? Really?
Awful.
He's
No
in good
flavour,
shape.
no
I
flavour,
know
weak
if we're doing
sauce.
terrible jokes, he's in good shape because of all the CrossFit. Where does this stop?
Hey! I see what you did there.
Anyway, yes, I will question all the men.
You can question
Oh.
all the men.
Yeah.
Yes. By all means, question. So your goal here is to ascertain whether Sheriff William George is actually something he says he isn't, something up his
Well,
sleeve.
it wasn't even that. It was just he kind of was like, I'm a bit tired now and I go home. Oh, we were sending home. And then as soon as that happened, Beast was like, oh, by the way, we're taking the really bad guy that everybody wants to this place. And I'm like, what are you doing?
So we can get paid. Also, I'm pretty sure he's not tired. I'm pretty sure that he's dying.
That's
I mean,
and
we're all
it's
dying. I
you.
just feel like he's doing it faster.
Listen, I don't want to play the blame game. Some were like, who shot who, but something happened to him, so we should make sure
Yeah.
he takes care of himself. Is all.
Yeah. I would say it's up to you whether you send him back or not. I like the idea that maybe he's going to follow your lead because he is so clearly a fish out of water. But I will confirm that he's not lying in the sense that like he really is traumatized and injured and broken.
Yeah, but you're also a man, so you will say that.
That is, can't deny that.
I'm fine. Okay, fine. If you say
You're my
I'm fine.
favorite. You are the best person.
Ew!
It's like the final
You!
unsolvable problem of GMing is like I have to tell you the truth without just telling you no.
Fine. Okay, we can send him home.
I mean, do you want to bring him? Bring Grandpa. I don't fucking care.
No, because he'll slow us down.
That's it.
All right. Well, now
Right.
now it's
I guess
your
you know
choice,
what. In
so-
fact, to be fair, okay, let's put some stakes on it then. You can send him back to Blackwater and be like, go for a rest, Grandad. But you are all but certain there are John Blonde's men coming from Blackwater,
Hmm.
and
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, I
there
can't.
may
we
be
can't
some
send
kind
him
of
Second
back.
area
consequences
as
in
well
the
then,
future
right?
for that.
No, God, no. We
No,
can't send
don't.
him up against with no backup. Unless we're sending the deputies too. There's no way.
What about
There's
what,
no
can we-
way these
what about-
injured
can we leave
people.
him with My Chemical Bromance?
Which one is that exactly? Who's named?
MCD, My Chemical Romance.
My Chemical Romance.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Very nice and cool. Yes.
Yeah. I see.
Yeah. You could absolutely leave him here. That could be the like. That's the compromise.
We'll
right?
leave him with MCD.
Yeah. I think that is much safer, and we'll pick him up on the way back.
Yeah. I just want to talk to Mary and just basically follow her lead if she wants to keep coming. I'd say let her keep coming.
Yeah. Okay. So then, the question of Mary. So Mary at this point is like, she more than anything, is just she both wants to desperately kill John Blonde and also doesn't fucking know how to. So she's gonna tag along with you. She's happy to come along with you if you'll have her. Wants to come with you, but with the very express purpose of, I'm killing this motherfucker as soon as I can.
Down with that?
Well, no. If we kill him, it releases him.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's the point. Mary doesn't know. She's like, I look. This demon needs to be not in this universe anymore.
Yeah. We'll put him in demon jail so that, like, if he were to die in demon jail, then, like, he goes to demon hell. Like, I'm hoping that we can take him to El Paso, put him in demon jail, and then just wait overnight and see if he Jeffrey Epstein's himself.
Have we put these cuffs on him?
No,
he's still in the cell.
So there you're there in the cell. What is the game plan then? So you're there in the cell. You're heading south, presumably.
Heading to El Paso. Mary's coming. We're trying to convince her not to murder him until we've got paid. We need to put these handcuffs on him, but we haven't opened the cell to go in yet. And we plan to just chuck him back on the wagon and just go quickly.
Yeah.
I mean, how many days ride is it?
Oh, we're at the final stretch. It's like, you ride hard and fast. You'll be there by sun up, sort of thing. I like that idea.
Oh yeah, just an overnight demon transport. That sounds great.
That.
Yeah, let's do that. I'm gonna
can I go out the back and see if this police place has any better wagons than the shitty wagon we're stuck with?
Oh, that's smart. Yeah, like a transport wagon.
Smart. Yeah, you can. I'll let that count as a rummage roll. Maybe some kind of rummage roll. Roll for me. Roll plus nothing. Just see what you can find. 2d6.
2 5s.
2 5s, perfect. On a 10 plus, you find exactly what you were looking for. You get a nice, sexy police jail wagon.
Cool. Can I put
much
a
better than your current
on
one? Yeah, describe it for us. What is your ideal wagon?
The ideal wagon is it's like the rounded tops.
Yep.
Short wheels, not the big wheels that roll, but the short wheels. So it's good for flat surfaces, but less likely to break. It's pulled. It's got seats for 3 at the front, and it's pulled by 4 horses. And there's space at the top to affix. There's space at the back to affix a Gatling gun to point behind. But through our ingenuity, we managed to spin it round so that it can just face John.
It's just pointing at the inside of the wagon.
Yeah, pointing at John. Yeah. So if I let this loose, there's a very good chance it will kill us all. But actually, no.
No. Just stand next to me. If you need to do anything insane, just stand next to me and I'll turn the orb on. We'll fucking figure it out.
Yeah, all right. Let's have it face out the back of the wagon. So I've got I don't know, not 180 because that's insane, but like a
wild field of view.
Yeah, how about 120?
120 field of view, behind us for anything following.
Is the carriage blue?
It is now.
Because it's Cinderella's carriage. It's rounded.
I pictured it.
Like when they bow the.
I was like,
Yeah,
I was crying out. I was like, it's Cinderella's cage.
When B said rounded for like the white tops, we all collectively thought, oh yeah, pumpkin shaped, but like a pumpkin. Yeah.
I like that it's a blue pumpkin because we could call it a blumpkin.
Well, that's the colour of Cinderella's carriage, and it had little wheels, and she had 4 horses that were mice.
That's true. Yeah, I mean, you're not wrong.
Undeniably true.
Reese's like, I wanted more Star Trek and not Disney.
I want to talk to some of the horses that we're gonna go with. I want to know who's pulling the wagon.
So your question in chat, we worry someone's going to attack while we're transporting. Yes, John Blonde has consistently had people come to get him ever since we left the first town. So we're very
ambushed
used
once.
to
People be following you once,
or like led into tight gorges and stuff where people try and fuck us up. So we're Boy Scouting it and being prepared, having pocket knives.
Yeah, I want to relay that information to the horses and make sure that they're not cruel or mean or crazy.
I just love that, like, no roll required. You just, like, before, it's night time, there's torches, there's like lanterns, you're like, the last thing to do is everyone's strapped up and John's in the thing and you're like, okay, Steve.
like a football coach, got everyone in a
like,
the horses in a huddle.
This is it.
Yeah. Like, I'm not gonna lie to you boys and ladies, I'm sorry, that was rude. It's gonna get shitty out there. It's gonna get bad.
You put your forehead to their head.
It's got to keep your composure. Just smash the chair off there. Keep your composure. Can't have anyone freaking out.
Are you stressed? Are you stressed, Stephen?
If you need it.
Stephen the horse.
Stephen, Bert, Glenn, and Rose. That's
Bert, Glenn, and Rose.
Amazing.
I just made that. I'm in.
Glenn's the lady horse, named after Glenn Close, who is not yet born. It's a premonition horse.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
Speaking
horse
of,
one, horse two,
Costello
Glenn,
sees me
and horse
talking
4.
to these other horses and like, fuck.
Yeah, I like the idea that a couple of the horses don't speak English. Might speak back to you in Spanish.
Me llamo Abbott. Yo no habla español un poquito.
You sound like my mum, my stepmom, trying to order wine.
When your mum says like gracias to the guy in the Japanese restaurant,
Yeah.
Horse is like Neo.
Rose, not Rose. Your cat. What I was gonna say is not important now. It's gone.
Oh. I'm sure it has.
Anyway, the horses are definitely reassured.
By the way, I'm sorry. Great.
The real takeaway here is that the horses are more freaked out than they were to start with.
They're like, oh, we're going on a trip, and then this guy huddles them up and starts speaking to them. They're like, holy shit, I don't know what was in that cactus I ate, but that human is talking to me.
Never spoken to a human before ever. Didn't know that humans could speak. And then the first one that does speak to them is like, things about to get rough.
Oh, stop it. Stop it.
What should I have done?
The horses are reassured. The horses are reassured, for sure. Especially Glenn. Glenn's up for it, if anything. Glenn's buzzing.
The horses are freaking out right now.
Right, how are we getting these handcuffs on John Blonde? What's the game plan here? Someone's going to be rolling something.
I'd like to point out that you don't have to take off previous handcuffs to put on new handcuffs.
No, you don't.
That's a really good point. I can psychically fracture reality just for funsies while you chain them up.
That's
or
true.
you can just try to chain them up. I don't care.
You could use your You could remember. You can all use your weird powers.
It's the finale. We gotta go for broke, right?
Yeah. I would use my weird power, but it's entirely inappropriate here. Like, I would use the weird power to just not become anyone.
What's my weird power? Is it the staring thing?
Your weird power is
you can kill people, right? You can just kill people.
You can just pick everyone that you want to die, and they die.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
Yeah, you can fuck with reality. Yeah, do you want to do your weird ruination? Is that the plan? That'd certainly distract him long enough to.
If Harry Bishop believes that is the way to distract the John Blonde demon being, then that's what I'll do. Lady Fascinator also has to say, I don't want to just go off rogue. That's not my style.
Oh no, of course not.
Right. Let's do it. Let's do a 1d3. Mark some weird points as you break reality around John's mind.
Okay, 2.5 round up to 3, I guess. I got 5. I rolled a 5.
Roll the 5. 3. Perfect. Mark 3 weird points as you break reality around John's mind. Okay, so, while this is happening, I guess you're free to slam some handcuffs on him, I suppose. Fascinator and Harry Bishop. Inside the broken reality, however, Abbott and John Blonde, you come face to face for the first time with Lamal, the demon inside of John Blonde.
Hey, fucker. You've been a real pain in my ass, you know that?
Yeah, it's like full, I want you to imagine like full dream logic. 1 minute you're like stood face to face with him, and then the next minute he's bigger than the horizon, arcing over the world, and then he's, you're really big and he's really small. It's just all size changing, smells, sounds. It's anxiety inducing and alarming as this demon is like, never had anyone do this to him before,
Yeah.
It's freaking out, and demanding to know, what are you doing to it? What is this? It's never experienced this before.
Well, you just got to do more drugs, man. That's like what you're doing is experiencing ego death. You are experiencing the sensation of dying. I do this for funsies, but if it's your first time, welcome. Here's the thing: is this world, the earthly realm? It's where I live. It's where my friends live. Where my family lives. We gotta live in separate places if you're gonna be a dick.
Can you just remind me quickly, Mr. Abbott, what current traumas you have?
I have.
In fact, you know what, everyone, while we're here, because usually I would be looking at your sheets.
Okay, so on my lowest level of traumas, I have panic, and then I got crossed out, so I was no longer panicked. That was I don't remember. Then I have a gun wound to the stomach, and then I got a level 2 trauma from healing the sheriff. And those are all of them.
So you got 2 level 2 traumas then. Is that right?
No, I have two level 3s and 1 level 2.
I think that's what they're around. Two level.
Or,
the bottom tier, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Yes.
Are those level 1s?
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
low,
Okay.
medium,
So yeah,
and
2
high,
level
right?
1s, 1 level 2.
Amazing. Amazing. Let's do one while we're here. Yes, Mr. Bishop, what do you have?
Hello. What's that?
What traumas
You want
do
to
you
know
have?
about my traumas? I'd be happy
I'm
to
just
tell you about my traumas.
trying to keep track of them.
So, my traumas are that I have a level 1 bullet in my arm,
Yep.
because it got healed up a bit, and
Yes.
I was previously winded, That's listed as my level 1 trauma.
Yeah, I think it's fair to say we've removed that by now. Yeah, you've had enough rest.
In that case, yeah. I have a bullet in my left arm.
Amazing. And then,
Sorry.
Miss Bell Fascinator.
It just says arm bullet. It doesn't say which arm.
Okay.
I don't know what my job is. I don't know if I've got any.
Okay, that's fine. Like I said, usually
I don't think you have.
I don't think I've been
I don't think you
injured
have
yet.
any. No.
Unless I shot you as well, but I don't think I did.
No, I don't think you did either.
I know my gut instinct tells me that the abbot has got way more than everyone else.
What? Because I'm always saving the day?
Exactly, yeah, because you are the one that takes the risks and wins the jackpot.
Speaking of
Okay.
taking risks, I'm gonna try a Mountain Beach sour beer. See
Very
how it
nice.
goes. Yeah.
Cool. So yeah, so as the abbot psychically breaks John Blonde temporarily, giving you guys time to put some handcuffs on him. Yeah, you know what? No roll needed. Yeah, Johnny's trapped in his own horrific mind palace. You get the handcuffs on him, and then what? The back of the wagon, I guess.
Yeah.
That's the
Put him
plan.
in-
Yeah.
Get him.
Put him in the back of the wagon. Do we want to tie him up?
Yeah.
Is it,
Tie him up.
oh, like
I wanna-
time to the wagon?
No, I want to tie him up like a comedic worm, so we can take him out if we need to. But I want to have lashings around his calves. I want to have lashings around his thighs. I want to have lashings around his hips and hands.
Let's just
and
make
I
him a
wanna have-
rope mummy.
Yeah, basically, I want to make him a rope mummy. So that like if he tries to go anywhere, he's hopping. But if we need to pick him up and drag him, we can.
Yeah. Okay.
Can we somehow like blind him, like so he can't see?
Yeah, we can put a sack
Like-
over his head.
Yeah.
Yeah, do something like that.
Yeah. You
so
can
he
just chuck a
can't
sack on his
sense-
head. Yeah. You can like.
I'm
Yeah,
really
yeah.
sorry. I'm just muting all my friends that are watching Love Island, and they're really ruining my life for me right now.
Now I'm being
Go
a
away.
nerd.
Exactly. Sorry.
Okay. Yeah. Amazing. You get him tied up then with a bag on his head.
Yeah, his hands.
Full
his hands and
illegal
legs are
prisoner
like-
transport mode.
Yeah, he's a
Yeah.
worm boy.
And I guess we get going. Okay, so it's awkward because we don't have like a shared whiteboard space. Okay, so I'm gonna start. I'll tell you at any time. It's not a secret thing. It's only on my screen because of the way we set up. I'm gonna start a countdown clock, and the countdown clock is a countdown until John Blonde's men catch you in transit as they are chasing and hunting you down.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to fill up segments of that clock when consequences happen for bad rolls. And when the clock fills up, they catch you. So yeah, ordinarily you would have this in front of you as a reminder, but you just have to ask me, I guess. There's a little countdown timer that I'm keeping,
Okay.
and when that
It's not a
clock
real
fills
timer
up,
though, right?
it's not a real timer. I'm filling up a. I have in Paint.exe, I have drawn a pie chart with 8 segments, and I'm going to colour in segments as consequences happen as part of your rolls. And when it fills up, the men are on top of you.
Okay.
Pretty cute.
Sexy.
I just have to
Sexy.
say it's cute that you made a pie chart.
Yeah, I mean,
I'll-
if you
I'll,
want to, you can send me screenshots, and I can then probably put them into the stream for comedic value.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Yeah? Let's do that.
Can I get? Whilst you're doing that, I'm gonna get a drink.
Yeah, cool. Like I said, yeah, usually I would play on like Google Jamboard or something, so it was all...
Yeah, ban
A
me
shared
over a
space.
screenshot,
Uh,
and I'll see about sticking it onto the stream for everyone.
Let's...
I'm gonna
fact,
roll
let's
up
do-
another
let's do
joint.
this other
What
one.
I'm gonna do. Thanks
Someone
for
says they
being
love my
here,
hat.
people
It's
who
2
are.
people, thank you.
Yeah.
I've been
the
wearing
hat
it.
is sick.
Been wearing
Love
it
the
for
hat.
weeks.
We're getting compliments in the chat. Thank you guys for being here and talking. It's really nice to play with other people interacting. It's super fun because you give us ideas.
Sending me a.
Where do you want me to send it, my friend?
Oh, send it to me on Twitter if you can, please.
On Twitter.
If you want to contact us on Twitter at Hot Dice Nerds.
Hot Dice Nerds a million years. HotDiceNerds.com.
Twitch.tv/HotDiceNerds. Yeah, amazing. So, yes, as part of one of the consequences you may now incur for the things that you do in the world will be ever advancing this countdown clock to your own disastrous demise as these men catch up to you, which isn't the end of the world. I'm sure you'll find a way out of it.
Okay. That's if they catch us.
That's if they catch you. So, let's get going. So it's night time. You guys make for the border, I guess. It's time to ride.
What are you laughing at?
I'm just putting it in the chat. I'm just putting it on the stream. The John Blum main cat.
Oh, right.
It's like Kurt Vonnegut's butthole.
I can't see it. Like, because I can't see it.
Yeah, you'll have to.
It looks like a.
It's a really shit pie chart.
I hard disagree. It's a really great pie chart.
There it is. When you've got updates, let me know. We'll pop them in the. Send me
We'll
who
have
you
to do
want.
that, yeah.
I'll pop it in the thing.
Cool. Okay. So, you guys make for the border. So it's night time. You're in your wagon and you are thundering south as fast as you can, I imagine. You got Mary in tow. You've left the sheriff back in Fort Hope with Clint from Marshall Carter and Dark, knowing that he's probably too much of a loose cannon to help you out here, really. Yep.
Can I get a quick bathroom break before we head on down the road?
Oh, yeah, absolutely, yeah.
Yeah, I could probably also stand to do that.
Oh, someone has to hang around and say Hot Dice Nerds.
Yeah,
Hot Dice Nerds, I'll hang around.
Yeah. I'm in the middle of rolling a joint. I'm going to get up as soon as I'm done with that.
Hot Dice Nerds.
Hot Dice Nerds.
Hot Dice Nerds. Okay,
Thank
I
you
do
for
have to say that.
Who's watching? Who's anyone watching?
Anyone that is, anyone that might be in the future.
Twitter, yeah, I don't. Well, it's Wigby. I don't know if I'm saying.
Oh, yay!
Do I say Wigb? I don't know if
I'm not entirely sure myself, but I know who you mean.
Yeah, I've not having to vocalize people's screen names is always a nightmare for me. But
hello,
yeah, and we
thanks
had
for watching.
Evie, I think, earlier. Yeah, it doesn't tell me who's watching. It only tells me who's in the chat.
Yeah. Depends if they're chatty or not.
Yeah, and a lot of the times, it's like me making bad puns with David. So people are like, "What's going on?"
For anyone watching on YouTube after the fact, we're live right now, twitch.tv/HotDiceNerds. Come watch the great content.
Yeah, because we look extremely sexual right now.
Okay,
it's,
and Wigby is
so
correct,
warm everywhere.
So. Yeah, it's really hot. Everywhere's really hot right now.
It's appropriate that we are playing a Desert Cowboy game, because it is as hot as the desert.
Yeah. It is really hot. I really need to get a fan. Definitely. And they need to get air conditioning put into houses in the UK.
True.
Definitely.
I need some kind of fan that doesn't sound like a generator powering up.
Oh no, I love white noise. So but like my son does as well. So when he was a baby, our routine was I used to get up, get a shower, and then as soon as I turned the hairdryer on to dry my hair, he'd fall back asleep.
Very
But
cute.
yeah, but I love a fan. I love the sound of a fan.
A good bit of white noise.
Yeah, I love white noise. And also, we're celebrating about Boris.
Yeah, this twitch.tv/HotNasNerds is not a pro Boris Twitch channel.
Yeah.
if you've come for your pro Boris content,
Yeah.
we respectfully ask that you look for a different YouTube channel.
Exactly. Go elsewhere.
Go elsewhere,
I've probably lost a couple of viewers there, but whatever. We don't want them viewers.
This ain't the one B.
Hello, sorry,
No.
I just heard that we're saying that if you're a Boris fan, then we respectfully ask that you follow a different screen. No,
Oh god, here we go.
fuck off. Fuck off, you Tory pricks. Go elsewhere.
Yeah, seriously. Like, if you
Right.
ignore
I'll talk it
fascists
out.
for being fascists, fuck you to death. Fuck you where you breathe.
Oh dear.
Anyway, I got a rum
That's
coke
funny.
now, yeehaw. That's where the good stuff's at.
Ye and I cannot stress this enough.
Yee.
Ha. I did the Hobbit.
No, I
Hello?
know.
Tom's
I was receiving a message.
Tom's
Oh.
pie chart paint drawing. He does some of his best work in paint. He
Oh
2 years ago
really?
used to do all of his photoshopping in paint because it would be more hilarious to like crop and stretch someone's face onto someone else than it would be to do a good Photoshop.
That's true.
Mhm.
He's a paint guru.
I mean, like, you could just tell that whoever created this element created the idea of shit posting. You know, like, this is.
John Blonde's no apostrophe men catch you underlined.
Like, this is what people like aspire to be.
Yeah.
Like things that he scrolls.
People try to reverse engineer this, but you can't. It's
Yeah,
just
exactly,
a
exactly.
natural talent.
What are you guys on about?
The ability to
The
write,
pie
to like
chart.
create crap that is hilarious. Like the content is good despite the fact the presentation is poor, or because the presentation is poor.
What, this stream?
Yes. Okay. So
I
on
don't
this
know what the hell you like.
The paint
there's a
drawing,
pie chart that
there's a
Tom
pi-
drew.
Oh, the paint drawing. Right.
Yes.
Right, so anybody that is not into technology like myself, I don't have a fucking clue what they're on about either.
Yeah, no, I'm sure you've got
Just
some
for anybody.
similarity out there.
No, I was like, what the hell are they on about? Painting? I can paint, but I know that you're on about it on a freaking.
I thought you do paint.
I do paint, but not on a
But in
not on a
reality, not
piss-
not MS.
not on a pissing computer.
You're adorable. All right.
Everyone's like, you're so cute. I'm like, no, I'm not. I don't have a fucking clue what you're on about.
That's why. That's what's cute. That's the funny part. That's.
No! I hate being called cute. Awful.
I'm
This
sorry.
is why I
I'll stop.
shoot
I'll stop.
men.
Okay.
It's
You're
not
just
the only
regular.
reason you shoot men.
There's a list.
It's on the list.
Massive list, yeah.
Anyway, we were complimenting your just natural shitpost quality when it comes to making pie charts.
Right.
A lot of people cultivate that. That's
That's just off the cuff, my friend. Okay,
All right, well,
so
let's do it.
You are heading south with John Blonde. It's the home stretch to get into the border, and I think it's the perfect time for John Blonde to flex some of his demon magic bullshit. So as your, what's the like riding position we're in here? So who's where on the wagon?
I'm on my horse.
I'm on the opposite side to the abbot on
your own horse.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. And then what? Bishop's in the wagon with
in the wagon,
an enormous gun
pointing
pointed
my
at
new
you.
gun at the guy, and while everyone, all of our ancillary NCPs are in charge of driving the wagon.
Yes, yeah. You've got Mary. You've got you've got Mary. You've left the sheriff behind. Mary's in charge of the wagon.
But the 2 deputies still came with us, right? Or did I kill them?
Didn't we bring the head of My Chemical Romance with us as well?
No, he stayed behind with the sheriff. We can break out if you wanted to be here.
No, we don't need him. The deputies are driving the wagon. Fine.
The deputies and Mary are up front riding the wagon.
Right, comment in the chat that someone wants to see more of the picture you've got in the background there.
Yeah, Sasquatch and the $6 million man. Shout out to my best buddy Cody. He painted this for me after Brock Sampson in the Venture Brothers. It's my favorite.
Shout out to Cody for infecting my dreams.
Is it the same pose of Michael Jackson and E.T.?
Maybe, actually. I like. This is like a screenshot of a Venture Brothers cartoon. Brock Sampson like gives the painting to Sasquatch and the $6 million man. So he like intentionally painted it very badly, and that's part of why I love it so much. Yeah, one handing a turret, the hand with the arcane revolver.
Okay, so I think it's a perfect time for all 3 of you to make me react to danger rolls. So I'm gonna say I think with grit, as John Blonde in this home stretch unleashes some of his real fucking demon fury in an attempt to get free.
How many dice is that?
Oh, sorry. So you're rolling 2d6, adding them together,
right,
and then adding whatever your grit score is. I can check yours for you.
Mine's +1.
+1, yeah.
So I've got 7.
Amazing.
I am going to spend all of my leftover luck, so I also have a 7.
Oh, I forgot about luck. Shit.
You got
I got a 10, so I don't need it.
Amazing. So 10. Okay, so the abbot is the only one that succeeds. So, well, not succeeds, but the abbot is the only one that doesn't get hit by any danger. So the abbot, you see, visualize it in your mind. You're on your horse. There's the wagon to your side. You see the wagon, the inside of the wagon from the white sail canvas. The inside begins to glow a sickening green, pale, horrible colour. As you begin to think, oh fuck, there's some bullshit afoot here. And Miss Bell on the other side of the wagon, you rolled a 7, did you say? I think.
Yes.
Okay. You see much the same, but you are, let's say, I like the idea, you're a little closer to the wagon, and you see like arcs of green electricity energy sparking out of the wagon, right? Illuminates the ground in a flash of green, and for a split second it's daytime but green, and it's these energy bolts coming out. One of them you see hits the deputy, in one of the deputies in the back, and he like looks like he's been like a huge chemical burn as he like gets hit and like slumps forwards. Mary, in a panic, whips the horses. You have a choice to make. You can either take 2 notches on the John Blonde's men catch up with you doom clock, or you can drop one of your weapons in a mad panic of trying to dodge electricity.
I'm gonna go with the 2 notches.
Okay. We see Lady Belle
I
hold on
can't
to her.
see the pie chart, so
I mean, it's got nothing on it so far, and it's about to be 2 of 8.
2 of 8. So
Just wait,
oh, that's fine.
Yeah.
just wait.
25%.
1 of 4.
That's fine. That's fine.
Look, yeah, that's fine. Okay.
Yeah.
Look, we're gonna need our weapons. We're gonna need our weapons.
I mean,
That's
yeah,
true.
they are saying Wigby says that Harry hasn't fired the revolver yet, so we
That's
don't
very
even
true.
know what that fucker does.
We'll find out soon.
So, Harry, inside the wagon, you are centre stage of the fucking bullshit that's happening. You see, he's completely bound up in his horrific rope worm mummy outfit,
Yep.
with a sack on top of his head, and you see as the green energy sparks around you, and you're like having to just try and pull your face a little bit and try and avoid it. You see like maybe his like skeleton flashing, like old cartoon Electrocuted. Like you see like a green skeleton appear as these arcs of energy go out. You too see one of the deputies get hit. It arcs out and hits him. And you have a choice to make. You can either take some serious trauma as you get hit with one of these energy bolts, or you can. What's a good
What
one?
did
I like
you
the
roll
idea.
with your luck total?
I added my luck.
He
to bring
added
me
his
up
luck,
to
so it
7.
wasn't. Yeah, so it wasn't a 6.
Oh, okay. I was like, wait a minute, that doesn't sound lucky at all.
Yeah. Luck
Okay,
is
so
not
yeah,
worse.
you can either be hit by it, or the wagon sets on fire.
And as I see him going green, I like reach into my pocket and grab my like holy symbols keychain thing, and as I like swing down to punch him with it, like the lightning out of him arcs into the keychain and hits me with a power, and I'll take some damage. I'll take some
Okay, yeah.
significant trauma.
Stick me on a level 3 trauma of magic demon energy burn.
Magic demon energy burn. Magic demon energy burn. MDeb.
That's my favorite energy drink, is the Magic Demon energy drink.
Brought to you by Arcane Revolver Energy Drink Studios.
Monster chemical burn. It's the new flavour. Sugar free.
Yeah, I like the idea. Yeah, it's like you go in with your holy knuckle duster meteor death.
All I do is just create myself like a lightning rod.
Yeah. You're like
demonic power.
charges you full of fucking energy to the point that like the whole interior lights up and everyone sees it, and this just wagon becomes like a glowing green fucking Utonia, like plutonium glowing green energy.
Yeah, it hits me hard enough that like all of my skin burns. Like I ain't never gonna be pretty again.
Yeah. And John Blonde sits forward, and the bag is burning. The sack on his head is like burning
Oh,
up.
it's like one of those burn reveals.
It's a sweet ass burn reveal. As his face is also all fucked up. His lips are all burnt and his skin's all blotched and horrible, and his nose is gone. As he looks at you, looks you right in your eyes and says, "Change your plans. You'll have to die first." And attempts to stand up, and like it's not very dignified or cool as he attempts to like wiggle and roll and move his way towards you.
Yeah, as I like punch drunk, left fist just kind of crack him to the floor.
Amazing. Make me a fight roll. That sounds like fating to me. A fight roll is 2d6 plus your grit.
Do I get any bonus because of my upbringing allowed me to be very used to one-on-one fights against a more powerful enemy in close quarters?
I will say you can have a +1. You can have a +2 if you take a segment on the Doom clock.
Ooh.
On top of whatever your regular plus is.
I'll take the regular. I'll just take the regular +1.
The
I'm not
plus
gonna put
one.
Anything on the good doom.
You're still getting your grit as well, remember, which is whatever.
Oh, my grit's -1, which is.
Oh, sorry. So yeah, your +1 cancels out your grit. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, exactly. I've got a 6 plus a 1 is a 7.
A 7. Okay. So on a 7, you hurt the enemy and the enemy hurts you. So he lashes out with more energy and hits you some more. You go knocked back to the floor.
Yeah.
You know, he's like bits of rope are burning off him, and he's like,
both of us are fucked up.
He's really fucked up. Like
spitting out
you
blood, he's
cracked
spitting
him.
out teeth. Yeah.
What's
Neither
it
of us
look like
are
when you
doing
hit him with this? I love this idea of this fucking like rocket.
Normally everything that I do is like short and swift. So if like I knock someone out, it's like a crack, and if like I'm power hitting someone, it's like dramatic and it's like an arc and things. But this was just me kind of like burnt and staggering towards them and just kind of like imagine if someone hit you with a big book.
Yeah. The weight of the word of the Lord in your hand, like.
Yeah, there's nothing graceful about it. It's just all of my body weight leaning down because I had the advantage to be able to like strike him as best I could. And like as I follow through, like I punch the side of the wall I punch the corner of the bench with it and stuff. And I'm like, fuck.
Yeah. Okay. Amazing. Yeah, you fuck him up, he fucks you up, you're in a right state in the back of this wagon. You, I say you get to make me a bad choice, I'm afraid, on a 7 to 9. One of the following. Either the enemy backs you into a corner, which is just a narrative consequence. The enemy calls for backup, which I will add some segments onto the doom clock. Or you become disarmed and or disorientated in the melee.
Unfortunately, based on the scenario I've just described, the most accurate is going to be disarmed or disorientated in the melee. Because
why do you think like that?
Because I literally just described myself punch drunk, only managing to land a good punch because of my advantage.
But you could have said you got pushed into the corner.
This is storytelling. This is not.
Yeah.
This is not trying to do the most powerful thing at every moment. It's trying to do what your character would do.
Yes, I know that.
# by Weird West.
Yeah.
No, but I mean like, and also Bees is broken inside, and you know that.
Yeah.
It's who I am as a person.
The goal isn't to win. The goal is to have the best cowboy story.
Oh shit!
How was that cowboy game? Well, I was pretty until I tried to do things.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Disorientated. Yeah, I like that. I like the idea. Maybe yes. You keep your holy knuckle duster just because I love it so much. I'm not going to take that off you. But disoriented, surely. You are.
Okay. So I'm like partially having flashbacks of like childhood violence and stuff. I'm like
that, yeah.
Having flashes of like difficult moments where I was just suffering a lot at the hands of my violent father, fighting him and stuff. I'm not sure where I am. Like just dealing with all of that. I'm not out of it. I'm not going to react quickly to anything.
Yeah, amazing. Yeah, let's cut to the camera swings wildly round to Belle Fascinator, who is riding along in a blind panic.
The American equivalent of fucking hell is.
Yeah, you can see what is it? Like an exploding electrical power plant happening in the back of this wagon. Yeah, what do you do, Belle? You bring your horse around, getting a look. What's happening?
Yeah.
You fire wildly into the wagon and hope for the best.
No, I wouldn't be. She wouldn't be reckless. She would She wouldn't just fire off shots. She's a fast draw, so she would try and see before she would shoot. Like it would.
Sure, you can. You slow your horse down a little. And come behind the wagon and see.
Yes, I like that.
Yeah. You can see like the absolute mad melee scuffle that's happening inside that wagon. There's a guy wrapped in rope with his head on fire, wiggling around, shooting electricity everywhere, as the bishop is doing his best to not get killed, swinging his arms around wildly.
So as I gallop around the back of it and I see what's happening, I take my gun and I want to shoot to the back of the left-hand side. So I imagine they're on the right-hand side of the carriage as I'm looking in. So I want to take my gun and I want to shoot to the left to like try and cause a distraction.
Yep.
And then I want to gallop my horse around really fast to the right-hand side of the carriage, try and grab Harry and drag him out onto my horse.
Off the wagon.
Onto my horse, yeah.
Okay, let's do a couple of rolls then. So roll number 1 definitely sounds like an aim and fire to me.
Yes.
Wigby wants to know about the details on the ability that you have to kill people with your eyes.
Oh, you're gonna find out.
Spoilers, Wigby.
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, I'm such a stoner when people say shit in the chat. I'm like, oh yeah, we can do that.
Yeah. Dude, I've completely forgotten everything about my own game constantly.
Yeah, she does an eye blur.
And it melts people.
And it
I'm pretty sure, like, by rules, it said that you can just, like, pick everyone that you want to and they die, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's deliberately nebulous. Yeah, you kill people and things by looking at them.
Didn't you say that, like, their corpses are left twisted, like they've seen the most horrifying thing they've ever seen?
Yeah.
Like they're aware that their soul is being torn apart?
Yeah, like, you know, like in The Ring, or like if you've seen like the latest series of Stranger Things, and they're all like, the death face is like very distorted.
I saw The Ring,
like
and then I saw
ICP
Lord of the
makeup.
Rings, and I just don't understand the series.
Not Lord of the Rings.
You mean like the bit where Legolas is sliding on the shield? Yeah, sick.
Yeah, they're all in barrels floating down the river. Like, I know.
Anyway, let's go back to being
Let's
cool.
roll a name and fire. You're a cool
Sorry, you were like,
1800s dame.
nerds, stop talking about Lord of the Rings and let's do cool things. Let's play this RPG.
Yeah.
Let's play this cowboy game.
I'm sorry, we were pretending to be cowboys. If you could stop talking about Lord of the Rings,
Yeah.
guys.
Let's keep
no one's ever heard. Yeah.
Just because of a beer.
Elves are real and you can't call people dwarves.
Right, so what do I need to roll? Sorry, Tom.
You are rolling to aim and fire, which is a 2d6, adding your reflexes. Yes, that's right.
A 5 and a 2, 7, 9.
A 9 in total. Amazing. Yeah, you land some shots on John Blonde, which Bishop unfortunately completely misses because he is completely disorientated in the back of the wagon that's on fire, and he's on fire and everything's on fire. But you, unbeknownst to him, are saving his ass as you unload revolver shells into the demon in the back of the wagon.
Yes.
Who is taking the bullet, but you have to make a choice, I'm afraid, of do you taking the shot puts you in danger, or your shot is less effective than what you would like it to be. I'm going to say as well, because you didn't get a 10+, you also fill up a segment on the Doom Clock. Regardless of your choice.
So what are my choices again? Because I don't actually think that my bullets would actually harm him anyway, because he's like...
Yeah, so one of the choices is the shot is less effective than it would otherwise be. So if you want to go for that, that's...
That one, yeah.
Fictionally fits for sure, yeah.
Yeah.
Amazing, yeah. You buy Bishop some time. That's the resource here. You are buying him precious seconds as the literal kinetic force of the bullets is knocking John back. And you then had some mad bastard plan to grab him, I believe. You were going to grab Bishop and try and get him off the wagon.
Yeah, scooch around the other side to the door and try and just like grab hold of him and just yank him.
Sure,
out.
Okay. Yeah, like you're on a moving horse, they're in a moving wagon. It's not an easy thing to do.
But it would look fucking cool, though.
It would look extremely sickening, yes. Bishop, are you okay with this? Are you like fictionally if Lady Belly's
really
grabbing
with
you?
it, so I imagine that I would not be too disorientated to be able to figure out what's going on. If I'm catching flashes of being saved by like Lady Fascinator, I'm sure I'll be fine with it. So
Sure. Very nice. In that case, I'm gonna say yes. So it's definitely you're reacting to danger with reflexes for sure. The danger being that you drop him, something that you just get on your horse.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say you're gonna have to roll me with disadvantage. I'm afraid, unless you want to take some Doom Clock segments.
Yeah, fuck it.
Yeah, go ahead.
She's all in. She's all in. This is
play
it. I'm filling up this pizza pie of death.
can we have some more fun colours or drawings?
Is it just me filling it up so far?
Yeah.
So far, yeah, it's just you don't give a fuck. Everyone's like, we can't let the Doom Clock fill up, and you're like, fill the clock.
I was like, whatever.
As a team, we're only filling it a third of the time.
Okay.
Actually, so we're batting 300. Or no, we're batting 600 again.
We're at 5 out of 8, by the way, Kat. FYI.
Excellent.
Oh.
I have got some fun pictures I can throw in the thing for you.
Oh yeah, if you can do it.
Next time we do a stream, we'll have to properly organise beforehand.
Oh yeah. Whenever it's the Abbots go again, I'm angling for some demon violence is what I'm doing.
This is it. Okay, amazing. So
Right,
you're rolling.
What do I?
Sorry. So, Miss Bell, you are rolling a 2d6 and adding your reflexes as you attempt to not drop Bishop or let him come to any other harm.
So how do I roll for this with disadvantage then?
Sorry, no, you've accepted the segments of the clock, so you don't have to.
Oh, right.
That was the cost.
Right, 5 and 2. I was rolling fucking 2 with that bastard dice. I'm not rolling that again. Plus 2, 9.
9. Okay. A lovely jubilee. So a 9, you have to take some kind of consequence here. So, I'm gonna say, oh yeah, no, this is wonderful. You have a tough decision to make here. You can either drop this plan, and it's just too, you're trying to grab Bishop and you're like pulling him, and he's trying to help you, he's kicking his legs, but it's just he's too heavy, and you're leaning on the horse too much, and it's just this is fuck. He's about to go under a fucking wheel here if you keep going. You can either abandon the plan, knowing that for attempting it, you've arguably put him in a worse position than he was in. You've dragged him to like the edge of the wagon, and he's like near enough hanging over it now. You can either do that, you can either do that and back off the plan, or you can, in a last-ditch effort to not drop him under the wagon or to fall off your horse or anything, jump on the wagon with him. You can kick off your horse, and now you're both on the wagon together at least.
Yeah.
That one?
Do that. Yeah.
Amazing. Abbott, you see
head,
like...
Are you doing like a Marvel landing?
Yeah.
I how would she land in the carriage? She would just come in like she was doing like a karate kick straight through the door.
Did she do like
and then
like a roll?
Yeah, but then also like whistle at our horse to move away and back around the back of the carriage. So it's kind of like she would steer our horse like out of danger.
You pop up ready for fisticuffs.
And then I stand up and like dust myself down and pull my skirt out my ass.
She's leapt all of like 5 foot from horse to wagon, but manages to land like Spider-Man.
Looking like she's a Marvel superhero that just jumped off a spaceship.
Yeah, if you're landing like a superhero, how tall is your horse?
It's the height of the jump. She could have just jumped forward, but she insisted on going 10 feet up first.
Yeah. She stood up on the horse. She stood up on the horse.
Distance and height is 45 degrees.
She stood up on the horse and dived in.
Like a perfect T pose, and then like a dive. Yeah.
Straight into the carriage. Yeah.
Amazing. Well, you're now also up the proverbial shit creek that Bishop is, as you are trapped on the flaming demon infested wagon.
Well, we're not trapped in here with him.
He's trapped in here with us.
Says Bishop, flailing his arms.
Trapped in here with
all
bees.
of my skin bubbling. Yeah.
As we cut to the Abbot, now the Abbot, you've just seen the most botched rescue attempt you think you've ever seen in your many years working with this crew.
Alright. So, I, on my inside pocket, I have an inside pocket. And I open up the...
So wildly on brand.
It begins the plan with, I have secret pockets for the backstory.
Imagine if space had more than 7 dimensions.
11, I think, is what physicists agree on.
It's all in primes.
Right? But, so, I have what I refer to as my doomsday stash. This is a blend, it's my proprietary blend of datura, of hemlock, of cannabis sativa and indica, of peyote, of ergot with some kind of fungus on it. It makes you feel funny if you eat it. I got some ayahuasca in there. I got some mad honey. And this is... I'm putting all of it into my incense sensor, and I'm lighting it on fire. And I would like to psychically fracture reality and enter Lamal's mind again.
Amazing. Roll me a ruination roll. Before you roll, what are you up to? What's on your track? What stakes are we at? You got enough, right? Even if it's the 3?
Oh yeah, well I got 2, so
okay.
I'm still fine. But let's fill those in so I don't forget. Frankly, I don't care if I die or get ruined. I'm gonna fight this fucker.
Amazing. So what's the goal here then? Let's do it. You've fucking. So like you're not a distance, but you're not next to him. You're like on your horse. He's in the wagon, and you are.
I go so I light all this shit on fire and I breathe it in, and that gives me, the ability to see through every dimension and through time, and or at least I think that. That doesn't have to be true. So I just go catatonic and reappear in the mind of Lamal the demon.
Yeah, you're on your horse, effectively asleep.
Yes. Costello is carrying the Abbot.
Yeah.
Costello's surely used to this.
Yeah, Costello does a lot. I feel like he does a lot of heavy lifting for the group. Not literally, but in a very figurative sense.
Well, everybody's got to have a support animal, right?
Just trying to take him on a plane.
I'm sure out of time. Are we all okay to play longer than the next 10 minutes? Asking out of courtesy. I've only realised the time. I forgot we started late.
We did start late though, didn't we? What time? How much longer do you think?
I don't know. Let's call it. We'll try getting it done in 20-30 minutes, something like that.
From now?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's fine. Can I just go for a quick bathroom break, though?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Okay, 2 texts. Yeah, another 20, 30 minutes is fine by me.
Yeah, sweet.
2 texts.
Sorry, go on, Abbott. You are entering his mind palace once again.
That's exciting. I'm gonna wait for
Okay, cool.
the Lady Fascinator. Because speaking of, I should probably actually pop up.
There we go. Well, we're talking about people making exciting choices and a gang who should be good at stuff but aren't necessarily. I purchased myself a copy of Grant Howitt's One Last Score, which is the story of a group of people who used to be the absolute best at what they did. But years have passed and they all have problems with each other. But their boss brings them back together for one last job. And it's supposed to be a game where your character isn't designed by you, but instead the other players tell anecdotes about you, and by doing so make your character exist. They
I love that, yeah. It's so
grant
great.
you. They tell stories about when you were bad at stuff, when you were good at stuff, things you used to be good at that you're not anymore. Like, they tell about legendary events, legendary items that you've got and stuff, and it gives you advantages whenever you fail, so that the legacy of what you are allows you as a group to complete the thing. And it's consent based, so when people tell a story about you, it has to make sense, it has to follow, and you have to be you can optionally say oh, you're remembering that all wrong, and just completely discard it if it's not right for your character. But very excited to play it, and for people who enjoy Hot Dice Nerds, that will be our next Hot Dice Nerds stream. Maybe Sunday, we will see, but yeah, we'll be getting some players together to design each other's characters during game.
I'm very excited to watch it. It sounds great.
It'll be super good.
Grant Howitt never misses, and neither do the Hot Dice Nerds. It's a good combination.
Oh, God.
You have seen my rolls, and you say
proverbially, you literally miss almost always. Cool. Okay. Yeah, let's keep it moving. Yeah, you're in his mind palace. You're gonna fuck him up some more.
Yeah. So my plan is to begin the fight by using my incense sensor as one of those fighty chains in Kill Bill.
The girl who appears at the top of the stairs.
Yeah. So I want to do that. And while I'm doing that, the Mind Palace, I want him to perceive me as himself. I want him to perceive me as every person he's ever inhabited. I want to see from his perspective what's happening.
Shit. Okay. So what's your goal? You want him to see you as all the weird, broken things that he's done, that he's possessed.
I mean, my goal is mostly to occupy his mind and just make him feel weird. That's why
Extremely
I brought the drugs
fair,
with me. So however I kick his ass is fine with me. But
Let's.
no, I mean you're.
Yeah, no, yeah, if the goal is, is purely to, just mentally fuck him up in his own head, by fighting him as a version of himself in his own horrific broken mind palace. That is,
yes.
You can roll me a fight with advantage, which is 2d6 plus your grit, as you take arms to Lamal.
That's a 3. That's a 4. It's a 6. Okay.
4
so
and
that's
6, very nice.
10 plus 1, that's an 11.
Amazing. Okay, so you get some good choices here. So by default, you're going to hurt him and he's going to hurt you. But you then have a choice to make. You can either avoid that hurt. You can just hurt him and he doesn't get a chance to react or counterattack. Or he can still hurt you, but you will deal some decisive critical damage to him. You'll really fuck him up. Or he will hurt you in the scuffle, in the combat, but you successfully on some level, I know we're talking fun abstract mind palace shit here, but on some level you subdue him, or you restrain him, or you constrain him, you like hold him down somehow. However you want it to go.
Well, I'm trying to think of how the abbot would do it. He is above all a lazy man. So I think he'd probably try to pin the guy, have it be peaceful rather than. So yeah, I'm gonna subdue him and take the damage.
Okay, amazing. Yeah, let's just it's a fictional damage. You are in the fiction of it. This isn't fun. What you're doing. It's you're diving into a demon's mind. You're engaging him in combat.
No, I didn't expect to live. I expected my brain to get fried by this.
Yeah, you're on your horse and you're like still catatonic, but like that horrible like in the Matrix where they're getting beat up in the Matrix, but in the chair.
Exactly.
You're doing that. You're like on your horse and you've got a thick nosebleed. One of your eyes has started to bleed, and you're like, this is not great. But fortunately,
it is one of the most strange things. It's probably strangest.
That's it.
Or stranger. I don't know.
The real treasure we found was the Stranger Things on the way. As you remain catatonic on your horse, Bell, Fascinator, and Bishop can see. Thank the heavens, they don't know how this is happening. I guess maybe they could tell your handiwork. I like that idea that they can see someone.
Is it a coincidence that he's catatonic and this guy is fucked up?
Just the idea that they can see people that are like unconscious and twitching and be like, oh yeah, that's an Abbott invasion. Yeah, they have a moment of respite as Mary looks back and is like, what the fuck is happening in there? She's whipping these horses.
I yell up to Mary, like all burnt, like bruised, and like just my skin's still like bubbling in places. I'm like, can you see the town?
I like the idea. Yeah, you're like, it's within. She's like that desperate, like, just hold on, we're almost there. And there's like a deputy that's like trying to help the other deputy. As they're like broken people up on the top of the wagon, desperately whipping these horses. Poor Glenn can't take it for another day. He's an absolute night of it. As you are approaching the town, maybe I like the idea that is there anything, Bell or Bishop, that you want to do as you have a moment of like John Blonde is subdued?
Yeah, kick him on his chest, cock my arcane revolver, and point it right at his face.
Okay, amazing. Yeah.
Yes.
That. The man takes a boot to the chest. Go on, Bell.
No, I was just gonna say I apply extra mascara and then start getting my eyes ready. Like they're just humming.
When I arrive, people are gonna meet me. I won't have seen them before.
No, I meant like because when I do my eye thing that kills people, I
got it right away.
My mascara.
Sorry.
Like you must obviously when you watch The Boys and they have the laser eyes and it puts a massive hole in somebody, like it would if someone was wearing mascara and they were doing that, it would surely bleed or something. So she's making sure she looks fabulous before any of that happens.
Sensible. Yeah.
Smart choices.
It's the only good choice, I think.
But she's kind of like everyone can see that like she's getting her eyes ready to.
And me and Harry know what's going on. Nobody else is like, Why
Everyone
would
else
she
is watching
be
you
putting
apply eyeliner.
eye
Yeah.
makeup on?
Mary's like, where is it? Like Mary's like scanning around the people. Where is everyone? There's Belle's like in the back of the wagon, like like trying to do lip gloss, like on the thing. Yeah,
Do you
I
do
like the
like a
idea.
little twirl at the end?
Yeah.
Or like
Everyone's
a cat
got
eye? I mean, you know.
Wings. Absolute
Yeah.
wings, yeah.
Oh yeah, like an 1800s eyelash curler, like just pressing
Yeah.
your eyelashes.
Love wings.
Uh,
Love take down to the streets.
Oh, God.
let's have you.
Anyway.
Yeah, I like the idea. Yeah, you're like rolling up to El Paso. You know, thundering your way towards it as you reach the like stony wall city, like that lovely orange sandstone walls. As you come thundering in, you can well, yeah, none of you can see anything. Albert, you're in a catatonic state, and you two are in the back of the wagon.
No, I can see a lot of stuff. I can see the demon. I can see his memories.
We're relying on Mary at this point.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Mary just gives you a like, we're getting close. Everybody get ready. We need to fucking throw this motherfucker. Have a plan. We're approaching the city. Get ready. They're not going to take kindly. They're not going to take kindly to us turning up with a smoking, flaming wagon and a demon on the verge of breaking loose of its mortal shell. As you thunder in towards the town. I guess I like the idea. Maybe there's like a single, like rifle shot echoes out in the air as Belle, the only person that's not in some kind of broken catatonic state. You see, you poke your head up through the front of the thing in the wagon. You see the guards of the town are like guns trained on you. Who the fuck are these guys?
I want to shoot back at them, but like, how could I shoot back at them?
It's like a warning shot, right?
Yeah.
No,
Aware
it's
of this as well?
absolutely a warning shot. Yeah.
Is it? Oh, it's just Belle that knows this.
Yeah. I wanna whistle for Dusk, my horse.
But Dusk, I love Dusk.
Yeah, and then
We stand Dusk. This is a Dusk stan account.
get on Dusk, and then make sure that Harry's okay with me leaving, and then get on Dusk, and then as we're galloping towards, just hold my hands up, like that, so they can see that we're getting towards them quite fast, but like we're not like posing a threat, kind of thing.
Sure. Yeah. Okay. As you are entering vocal range, as you are within range of shouting them and them hearing you.
Yeah,
you can see it's like a handful of guards. It's not like just the guys that were stationed on the wall. There's like a group of people here. There's a posse gathered at the wall. Asking you the obvious: who the fuck are you? Why is that wagon on fire? Why is the fire green? What's happening? Who, just broad, what the fuck is going on questions, all with their rifles trained on you.
have I got to them first?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, Bishop's in the wagon. We're gonna cut to him in a second. Abbott is trapped in a dream palace, keeping John Blonde occupied. You are for the time being, at least, the spokesperson of the group, as this posse at El Paso is asking you what the hell is going on here. How do you want to frame your story? You do know, remember for context, you do know that this was like a place listed as a demon prison.
Place to spend them.
It's a someone here knows something.
We've got Hi guys, we got some demon cunt that we need to put in your jail.
Yeah,
Facts.
okay.
Facts. 10 words, all facts.
There was not it's a tight sentence. Every syllable of that sentence counted. You can't strip anything off that sentence.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah, look close at me. I need to be straight to the point.
Yeah.
okay. I mean, yeah. To be, one of them shouts like, there's a moment of like they drop their guns slightly, and they're like, one says to another, something's talking to each other, and you hear one shout, "Go get Rosie! Go get Rosie!" as they keep their guns trained on you. Let's cut to the bishop, who is in the back of the wagon that is quite literally coming down in flames around him. But fortunately, as you have now sussed out, I'm sure, John Blonde is currently occupied in his own personal Mind Palace hell.
So as it burns around me, I can see that we're approaching this city that we're trying to break.
You can see, like, you're like, we're talking hundreds of yards. You're within gunshot range.
I take out my arcane revolver and I look at it, and as I squeeze it, I think to myself, for all that I've done wrong, I will atone, and for everything else, the good in me, I fire this weapon and I aim it straight up in the sky, and I like shoot a shot straight up.
Yeah, it screeches into the air. This round, screeching, an unholy banshee wail sound emanating from not the revolver but the bullet as it fires out into the air. And as you stand up and you shoot it, and you see a much older lady in her 60s or 70s has appeared with the posse of guards at the wall, and she immediately clocks the gun that you're holding, and then tells the men to lower their arms as the posse runs out to join you. All of the guards, they run past you, Belle. All of the men, they shoulder their guns and they run to the wagon without training their guns on you. But the old lady, as the men swarm the wagon and one of them drags you off, Bishop, and does so, they're obviously not being gentle, but they're not hurting you. They take you off the wagon, they get you down, Abbott, as the old lady approaches you, Belle, and she says, "My name is Rosie. I believe you called for me."
Yes, ma'am. We've got some demon here that needs to go into your jail. I believe you've been expecting him.
She says, "Expecting him? Yes, eventually. Not quite so soon, I admit. You've done a good job." And she pulls out a little pocket watch from her dress and looks at the time. And "I believe Lamal is ahead of schedule. You are to be commended for getting him here in such a hurried pace." Yeah, Bees?
I'd like to knock the guys that are dragging me off now that the cart's stopped, and grab John Blonde by the ankle and just drag him past all of them and Rosie as well. And as I'm going past, skin still burnt and bubbling, just look at them and be like, "Ugh."
Yeah, they look at you and you look at them, and then nothing else is said.
There's nothing. I'm a burnt man still burning, and as I grunt past them with the determination to just get this guy in a jail cell, it's just everyone who looks at me is that thing is attempting to move that. We shouldn't fuck with that.
Yeah, that.
I am being dragged psychically because I'm still linked. So I'm just mirroring everything that John Blonde's body is doing.
I love that, yeah.
Alone on the dirt, just being
yeah, exactly.
I pull out a nail file and I'm filing my nails, and everyone that's looking at the abbot, and I just go, oh, that'll stop in a minute. That'll.
I'm not telling you this is what happened. I had it almost the inverse of like in the real world, somebody's pulling you off your horse, and then in the Mind Palace, you're being pulled as though somebody was pulling you. Like,
I mean, you know, it's kind of obvious when you think about it, right?
Yeah, I like the idea. Maybe
blend, let you just effortlessly be dragged across the dirt by something.
With your leg up in the air.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like the idea. Yeah, let's. It's sort of coming to a close. Abbott, you wake up. Is there anything you want to do in your moments that you have as you become lucid again?
Obviously, I'm gonna take a big shot of a flask and maybe light some kind of drugs on fire. Probably gonna eat some mushrooms. But mostly, I just want to talk to Costello. I just want to say, like, dude, you see that shit?
I like the idea, like, you and John Blonde sort of share one final look of like, you're the final hurdle that he tripped over. He was so close to breaking free and burning his way out of this reality, and then you were like, no, time to go. As you've maybe like near permanently fractured your own mind at the cost of, you know, the price of stopping this demon.
Suck it.
Yeah, I like the idea. Yeah, so like, yeah, Rosie, you know, let's have like a quick montage timeskip of Rosie introducing herself as being part of the collective here at El Paso that traps demons. She doesn't know Mary, but she's sort of the same affiliation, coven sort of person, and yeah, she and her men. It's like a family outfit. All the posse that came out like are all her cousins and nephews and things. And despite what the government says, despite what the military says, Rosie and her family are a refuge for people to escape demons or to put demons. And yeah, you've got John Blonde to her just in time before he was going to break free of his mortal shell. And yeah, you know, we get maybe. I like the idea. Is there any sort of final things anybody wants to do or to say before we have like a sort of epilogue?
Oh, I'd like to epilogue. I have some things I'd like to do during epilogue.
You're a dick. like actually.
I haven't got any shakes. I'm just saying, like, after we got back, I got to Lady Bell Fascinator, like, and I'm quite badly burnt, and like I light myself a cigarette, and like my suit still looks fine, but I look fucked up, and I'm like, tell me, how bad is it?
And I go, oh, darling, you still look so handsome. And then I would really like it if it's kind of like at the end we all kind of agree that we're a team, and it's like on to the next one. Kind of thing.
I would like, we all agree that we're a team, and then I would like a bunch of demons to escape out of the prison, and then I would like to find out what my gun fucking does as I shoot one that breaks out, but then like more come, and we all look at each other and be like,
here we go again.
Yeah, I like. So I have got a note for the gun. So let's.
Yeah, we're all eating.
Yeah, we have like a final episode, like it's like a day or two has passed.
Yeah, I'm eating dynamite-shaped tacos out.
Yeah.
Out in the sun.
You've been put up in El Paso by Rosie and her family.
Yeah,
and her like loving daughter and her son-in-law.
Yeah. Got myself a cerveza, got myself a taco. I'm living the dream. And then screaming flying out of like a screaming demon with like its face head of it and its scream behind it runs from the prison. And I'm just like,
it's I like yeah. So we get a chance for you. There's like a demon in the town one day, definitely related to John Blonde. This is the latest thing that's happened. As you get a chance to shoot it, Bishop. Sorry. As you find, I'm like 3 names deep. as you shoot your arcane revolver, and you learn that the revolver separates. It forces entities out of the mortal shell into like a visible astral plane. It's a way to get demons out of people who are possessed by demons.
Okay, so I shoot it, and then like Lady Fascinator is immediately able to go up and punch it.
Yeah. It's like like the shrieking bullet hits the human host and knocks them back, and they land in a slump on the floor, and then like there's a demon just hovering there in the air, just completely what the fuck as a spectral entity that you're then able to deal with.
I really want to laser kill something with my eyes.
That then.
Yeah, that then.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I volunteer.
I'm not killing you idiot. No.
Everything that's confused as it's been knocked out, as it's been shot out of the body of a person.
Yeah.
I volunteer. Some sort of wonderful cliffhanger ending. There's like on the outskirts of the town, on a hilltop somewhere. I like the idea that maybe the woman that you killed, maybe she is up there on her horse, all broken and Frankenstein and sewed together. And she's she's looking over the town of El Paso.
And then another demon thing rides up to him and says, I'm sorry, ma'am. John Blonde, one of your deputies, has been captured.
Yeah.
Oh.
Nods and turns the horse away.
Dun dun dun.
As like the gang leaves the town in the other direction, like, I'm glad we all got to know each other.
Yeah. We solved it. Yeehaw.
Undead, horrific mystery zombie lady on a hill.
The more boring part of the epilogue is we go back and get paid.
Yeah, that happens at some point, yeah.
All right.
Absolutely.
3 nickels to each of you.
Yeah. You've each made a shiny dime.
Yeah.
I'd be like, what? This, a meal voucher? I'd be like,
yeah.
Expires Friday. What the fuck?
You've each got 1 coupon for a massage at the Blackwater luxury spa and hotel.
Man, they better put something in me.
Cool. Thank you for playing Weird West. That's
Weird
it. That's
West
the game.
is super fun.
Cowboys
it
and
was
Monsters.
really good fun. It was really good fun.
It's
I don't even like.
Incredible.
I don't even like westerns either, and it was fun.
No, neither. But yeah, it's fun because like it's story based, right? You just tell whatever
can
story you
play
want
it how
because
you
no one's
want.
trying to win.
That's
Yeah.
it. You lure people in with, hey, look, it's westerns, and then you trick them into playing a story game.
Yeah, definitely.
So
Yeah,
next,
cool.
Hot Dice Nerds will be you insult people and that makes their characters for them.
I can't wait to watch it.
Yeah, it's gonna be
It's on Sunday if you'd like
downright
to play.
abusive.
Well, it might not be Sunday if I can't get enough players, but it's on Sunday if you want to play. Otherwise, it's something else. Yeah, come on down.
Thank you guys for watching. Thank you for playing.
Thanks for watching,
That was
everyone.
the funnest thing. Such a fucking amazing game,
if
Tom.
I am someone who's watching this later and I'm like, oh, I want to buy myself a copy of Weird West, where do I do that?
Go to tomg.cool. I've got a website now, and you'll find links to the
Is
game.
that website tomg.cool?
tomg.cool.
I love that.
I'm Tom G. I'm cool. Go to tomg.cool, and you can find
You
all
don't
the
think
links
that's a bit
for
on
the
the
shit.
nose?
I love it.
Evie, I've
love it.
emailed you. You've seen my email address.
I know.
You've
Anyway,
never emailed me.
Yeah,
I don't
because
know
you've got a
what you-
Hotmail address. I'm not going to sully my account by emailing a Hotmail.
So
What's
fucking
it?
weird.
AOL ID. Hit me
oh
up
yeah,
on
the
IRC.
AIM messenger.
Yeah.
Add me on Bieber. I'll send you all the PDFs of my game.
Anyway, AOL keyword Weird West.
You have to download the most late floppy disk from Blockbuster. You guys remember that? You used to get the floppy disks at
I do remember.
Blockbuster.
I don't. We never had floppy disks at Blockbusters.
No, we didn't. We always had videos.
It was always
that was it.
VHS.
Couldn't buy cassettes or anything. But we did have weird computers made by the BBC that ran on tape decks. But anyway, that was the 80s.
Yeah.
All right.
Thank you for playing. Thank you for watching.
Hot Dice Nerds
Twitch.tv/Hot Dice Nerds.
Thanks, bye.